Right, this is the true story of me getting kicked out of school when I was 15. So I went to school in West London and I was just a normal kind of kid. Like I used to just talk to everyone. As you can even see from my old videos on my channel, I've always been someone who, I focused on YouTube, I focused on, making content or playing Black Ops or like GTA 5 came out at that time on Xbox 360. So we was playing like a lot of GTA 5, a lot of just playing football. Like I'm from the UK, so like we have the Premier League, so we did like a lot of football. Like my friends supported Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Everton, Brentford. So I went to school and we was always just like having a fun time. Now the only issue is that you see for me, I would get into a lot of fights. Like I'd get into a lot of fights, a lot of fist fights, a lot of, either I hit a kid with a book or, someone would start on one of my friends or it's like if I just didn't take disrespect and sometimes like people like to test you. So I was always someone who like if someone even with my friends, like if someone said something about my friend and they disrespected my friend, I would get involved. I was always the type of guy to get involved in the fight or get involved in the issue. And yeah, like I was just like that. And I've always been a person to like not really back down. Like even if someone was to try and harm me, I'd rather someone harm me than for me to try and leave the situation, which is kind of just a mixture of ego but pride, but also the fact of the matter is like I'm a very tall guy, so I have like a long reach. I've never been the most built guy. I've always been a skinny build, but just because of my arms and because I've had like a long reach when it comes to like hitting people and these kinds of things, I've always had fight situations, and it's one of those ones which it's just sometimes it's got out of hand. Sometimes teachers have had to pull me off people. We have a thing in like the UK called like isolation. It's like a withdrawal room where they'll put you in like a room. If you keep getting to fights, they'll put you into a room, and then either the school will like call your parents or the school will like keep you there and keep you on like a record, so like everywhere you go, every lesson you go to gets signed in like a little book, and like that little book gets signed to basically say that you attended the lesson. So what happened is we was in a maths lesson. Now this one kid was sitting in front of me and he was just being a pain in the ass. Like I can't remember exactly what he said or what he did, but that day I just got so mad that I just whacked him in the back of the head. His head hit the table. We started fighting in the middle of the maths class. Teachers had to pull me off him, send me home. And then after they called me in for a meeting saying that like I've been permanently expelled from the school. Now, my mom was mad, but at the same time, it was like, in the UK, you have to go to school. So they'll just send you to like a different school. Like if you get kicked out of the school, they'll just send you to a different school. So it's not like too bad. I don't know how it works in America or other countries, but like you go to school till you're 16, and at 16 you finish school, and then you can go work or go get an apprenticeship or a job or a college or whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's just one of those ones where there's always a fight situation. Otherwise, someone would start a fight on me. One time, actually, this kid called Archie. I remember actually this one white kid, Archie, pushed me into a table for no reason. So I punched him in the face. Teacher said to my mom, "Oh, like you can't be doing like your son can't be doing that kind of behavior." But the funniest thing is that the kid who pushed me into the table, nothing happened to that kid. So it's like, hold on a minute, like, and I'm not trying to do any sort of conspiracy or whatever, but it's like in the UK sometimes it's like, if you're someone of color, you can be the, oh, he was the one who was aggressive, but it's like sometimes you might not have been the one who started the issue in the first place. You know what I mean? So yeah, something like that happened, but when it comes down to it, yeah, it was just either like someone would say something about my friends or someone would say something about me. So even this one time I had a fight with this kid, one Indian kid actually, we had a fight in the field outside by the fence because he said something about one of my other mates that wasn't even anything to do with me. He said something about some other mate of mine, which obviously then I had to get involved because it was like you can't be disrespecting my friend. Like, are you gonna back your bro? Like, are you gonna back your friend? So I kind of just, yeah, it was just always in situations. It's kind of funny now looking back at it and stuff. And you can actually hear how my voice has changed if you watch some of the videos from like before. But yeah, it's just a funny experience when you look back on it. But I don't regret it. I just think that it's always good to be confident and stand your ground. And especially if someone disrespects your friend, like you shouldn't be one of those friends who just lets that happen. Like if someone disrespects your friend, you gotta see that, that's your buddy. And if that's your friend, that's your bro, he should also have your back and you should have each other's back. Shout out to my boy Johnny. Shout out to him. He's always had my back in school. Shout out to Johnny. But yeah, like when it comes down to stuff like that, there's always been a situation of it was just literally just down to fighting, really fighting in the math classroom, which got me kicked out. But there was fights before. One of the funny ones actually is I got my ears pierced, and I remember when I got my not left, sorry, my right ear pierced, right, with the gun, I had the ear piercing. I had a fight and my piercing fell out, and I didn't care about the fight. I just didn't want my ear to get infected. So yeah, that also happened. But that was like with this other kid. That was on like the outside of the school and the front of the school. So like yeah, also in the UK, like our school's got like 2 floors, but it's very small. It's not like American schools, which are huge. It's like a small school. So everyone kind of knows everyone. And it's like if you're someone who's like down to fight, people like to watch fights. So people will kind of encourage you to, oh, he said this about you, or he said that about you. But sometimes they might not even have said anything about you, but it's just in the moment. I think it's a mixture of testosterone, a mixture of like girls watching, a mixture of just being like that in school. And it was funny. It was never like in a there was never weapons and stuff. It's not like now where I think schools are getting a lot worse and there's a lot more crazy stuff going on. But yeah, in terms of for me, I'm talking like 2016, 2015 school time, like it really wasn't too much. The most was like someone would get like a book from the library, or maybe like I don't know, someone hit someone in the head with a basketball or a football, or the bad one. The bad one was the compass. I don't know if you guys know, it's like a compass. You can draw circles with it. And people try to hit people with that, or throw pencils at people in the face and shit. Oh no, this one kid called Sam. He actually got hit with a pencil in his face. Yeah, now that I remember that. But yeah, it was just interesting times. But at the end of the day, I don't regret it. But yeah, it's just due to fighting. I never got caught smoking. Like we used to smoke like in the toilets and stuff in school, but we never got caught smoking. So that was something that I never got caught smoking. None of my mates got caught, but we didn't get caught smoking because what we used to do is used to put like a sock on the there used to be like an alarm, like a fire alarm. So if you put like a wet sock on the alarm at the top, then the smoke detector didn't detect it. I don't know about vapes and about nowadays. I don't know about vapes. So I'm talking like cigarettes. I'm talking like before smoking. I don't know about now, but you could do that and easily get away with it. Or we used to try and leave school from the back gate because they used to like a back gate where they used to store like the football and the basketball and the like sport equipment. So we used to sneak out of school that way. But I never got no, sorry, I got caught kicked. I got caught one time leaving the school through the back gate. But that was on camera. I got caught, but that I didn't get kicked out of school for. I got kicked out of school for the fighting, but the fighting was every day. It was like there's be either fights over nonsense or over different, just different reasons. Really, people would just get into nonsense. But I think it's more like I don't know if it was like a London thing because I've heard other areas it was different. But especially where I grew up, definitely in West London, there was a lot of that behavior going on, and it was always over something petty, or someone spoke to someone's girlfriend, or somebody disrespected someone, or things like that would escalate. And especially when it's in a school environment, people are talking about it all day. But at the end of the day, when it's like 2 p.m., because we used to finish school like 1:30 to 2 p.m., sometimes 3 p.m., and yeah, there'd always be like an issue, and that's why sometimes it kick off. Or outside of school, people would take off, like because we had like a jacket with like our school logos. We used to take off the jacket, then get into a fight, and then record it on Facebook. But the school couldn't get involved because the logo is not in it. If the logo of the school is in it in the video, then they can get involved. But if the logo of the school's not in the video, then they couldn't get involved because technically it's outside school grounds. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just funny though. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, this is just when I was in school at 15. But yeah, I'm grown now, and it's just funny to look back on it. But you take care, anyways.